Alright, this is Calvos, and we are playing Beyond the Skies. And I'm here to tell you this has been an emotional roller coaster getting this stupid thing working. Like actual tears of relief and joy, and pain and stress and all of that. So I left myself a little note. So here's how it works. And you'll have to excuse the fact that it's a hodgepodge of like crazy whatever. But this was the way I got it to work, and I'm not inclined to mess with it anymore. So hydrogen and water, that makes ethylene and whatever these pellets are called, the substrate. Hydrogen, of course, we're piping in from our liquid hydrogen tank. We're converting it into actual hydrogen, which is pumping it into here. Water we get from our water tank. And our biofuel is basically being filtered out into this from the chest. This is collecting substrate. Substrate is going into this chest and then being pulled into here. So liquid ethylene goes into here, oxygen goes, into there. So this is LOX, liquid oxygen, goes into the condensator and then is pumped into this. Now the reason I have a gas pipe pulling out and putting it back in is because it's creating oxygen. And so since this isn't like creating or converting the LOX into oxygen very quickly, we're simply piping it back in as it creates it. It creates about 5 per pellet or something like that. Then when it's done, this pipe pulls it right back to where it started. So you can see the substrate in there and it vanished. So I don't know, maybe it was my fatigue or something like that, but this was a hassle to set up. I'm really unhappy with the way that Mekanism was trying to force me to arrange pipes. And then I remembered there was a way to force Mekanism machines to accept whatever pipe you want on whatever side you want. And that is by taking the configurator and you hold shift and you rotate it and see how it goes to configurate energy, configurate gases. So if you have it on configurate gases, for example, and then you shift and you right click on the machine, I don't know, one of these machines. I don't want to mess with these because they make me angry. But you can basically, let's see, items, there we go. So you see how the side has lit up to red. So you can force it to go to whatever side you want regardless of what it thinks it's supposed to be doing. And that is what I ended up doing. And then some of this mess is because you can only input or output on any one given side without a lot of work with Mekanism. And it was just a hassle arranging all of that. So it's done. And we now have our HDPE pellets. A lot of them. So I thought about giving up and then just kind of doing it manually because I probably will never need them again. But it's now semi-automatic and we're just going to move on with our life and probably never mess with it again. So I've arranged this a little bit better because it wasn't properly recognizing channels for some reason. But now it seems to be working. Oh my gosh, there we go. Let's turn this off. By the way, I totally fell to my death at least twice. Even with the jetpack on, it just wouldn't fire. So that's the kind of day that Steve is having. So, HTPE sheets. And now we can complete this stupid quest. And I find that it is about time. So we want the solar neutron activator, which I honestly cannot remember for the life of me what it does. But we have it. Go us. Produces tritium gas from lithium gas. It does not require external power source, but runs off solar power from the solar panel included on the machine. It accepts gases, lithium gas from the bottom, and outputs gas, tritium, from the front. You can also use gas tanks to input or dispense gas. Consumes 1 unit of lithium and produces 1 unit of tritium every 6 ticks. Great. I'm hoping that we never need that. I'm just going to throw it in here and try my best to forget about it and this whole experience. So I have no idea what happened to my diamond bag with all of my stuff in it. It's just gone. I do not know what happened to it. This happens to me a lot. Counting channels. So we've got 9 channels used. So that is correct. At one point this said 5 and nothing was working. So I fixed it. Retriever. That's full. That's full. That's garbaging. So everything is good. I have no idea how much power we're using or not using. It seems to be just fine. So let's go ahead and look at Embers now. So we need the book from Embers. And one of the reasons it didn't show up this thing is because we didn't have the hard drives properly connected. Sorry, I wasn't wearing my glasses. Makes it really difficult to see. But now we have the ancient codex. Alright, so go to the quest book, claim that, go to magic, ancient codex, claim that. We've got the bone blocks, which is bone meal. Now we need the Tinker's Hammer. So Tinker's Hammer is a pretty good thing to have. It allows you to let's toss this back in here. Toss that. We don't look at that anymore. We don't need that. We don't want that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Sure. So, next in our quest book, we get Ember Shards. So those are good and not good at the same time. So we can do any of those. We're going to make some item pipes. By the way, we're also going to be making a ton of levers. Because whoever made this mod really likes levers. I do not know why, but they do. I also heard that they gave up on the mod, which, you know, it's not bad. I'm just not sure exactly where you want to go with it. Like, let's get some levers. We've got 6. Lip pipes. So we want some item pipe. Okay. So that's that. Now we need an item extractor. So we need some chemite, which is this, which is this, which is that. I'm just going to make a bunch of this because we'll be using a lot of it. We'll also need some more of the raw stuff just kind of sitting around, and we'll do that too. Okay, take that. This was for projects. Some of what's left over from me making the larger controller over there. So we're also going to need some fluid pipes. So let's get some iron. Now, if you do not have a compactor here to make life easy and convenient, you can simply do, I think it's like this. Oh, cat assembly. Hammer. And it makes a plate. I'm not particularly caring about, loss or wastage here. What is this? Is this wires? Wires, yes. But, come on, that's enough. Yeah, I'm not particularly caring about loss or wastage for whatever reason. But it is just kind of, and it doesn't use it up. It just kind of like irks me slightly to, where'd it go? Huh. Yeah, see that villager, he's trying to be like me. So we can, we could do this, and it's faster, but it kind of irks me to be wasting stuff like that. Don't ask me. We have 9,000 iron ingots. I'm not sure why I care that much. I just do. So we want item, embers, item, extractor. There we go. All right, plates. Well, we're gonna need some of that too. Did I screw that up? I think I did. Okay, well, ignore my awesome. Can I blend? Raw chemite plates. Cooking the raw chemite plates. Got this. Got this, guys. Mechanism will not defeat me. Item extractor. There we go. We've got the item extractor. Now we need the fluid pipe and the fluid extractor. Clear that. All right. We've also now got the... So, ember activator, receptor, emitter, dial. Refinery. So, ember, what about the bore? So I'm not sure that they ask us to make the bore, but we're going to, because if we want to make ember, which is the entire thing. Oh, that's weird. So we could do this, and then like stage it up as we go. Or I could just not care, and we could make some. I vote we go with the just not care stage. So that gives us a bore. So we're going to need some of these. Okay, I meant to click like this. I did, I swear. Alright, that gives us that. Now we make the bore. So we also need another, what is it called? The mechanical core. Is it the mechanical core? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it is the mechanical core. You know, we have a handy dandy book here. We can look at it. So, we've got the hammer. Here's the bore. I think it's the mechanical core. So let's make another mechanical core and move on with our lives. Okay, so we've got the bore, we've got the core. Got plates. We'll probably not have to pop back up here for a little while, actually. We'll have to see how it goes. So I do believe that the bore only has to be at bedrock level. So it should, let's see, what is our height? Our height here is 1. So I think that this is bedrock level. So let's put the bore here. Huh. It's, let's put the mechanical core on top of it. Now we need a hopper for the moment. Let's put this in here. Do that. I think we've got a hopper. So let's put a hopper on it. And then we need some coal, charcoal. Got a little bit. I just want to see if this works. So now we need an item extractor and an item pipe. So item pipe, item extractor. That's not what I intended to do. Okay, so maybe it just goes here. Okay, so now we need a lever. And we need a thing for it to go into. So let's get another chest. All right, so there we go. This works. I thought that it would, but I wasn't sure, I'll admit. So we're going to pick that up. We're going to get some cobblestone really quick. How about a cobble gen? Do we have a cobble gen? think we can make a cobble gen. So we can just chuck this in. Oh yeah. This shuts off the hopper, so you need to be careful where you place it. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure what to say. So that's working. That's working. Theoretically, it's working. So I think that's working. So what I would like to do is leave that doing its thing. Okay, it is working, just slowly. Perfect. So let's look at our quest book really quick. So Ember Power. An activator, a receptor, an emitter, and a dial. So we need an activator, a receptor, an emitter, and a dial. Activator. Emitter. A receptor. And now we need a dial. This. Alright, so we've got this. I wish there were slightly more explanations on this. I mean, I've done this before, so I'm pretty sure I can, like, figure my way through it. So, pretty much what's going on is we're going to take a... we're just going to grab these, really. And we're going to take some of these item pipes, and we're going to bring the thing over here. We're going to get rid of this. Then we're going to get rid of this. Really? That's annoying. Okay, so now we have the activator. I think that we need to put the activator up one. So what this does is this takes Ember and drawer. We want one of these basic drawers. Go. One there. So kind of what I would like to do is have a little bit of a loop here. So we want another item extractor. Okay. Okay, so we've got another item extractor, and we're going to put a lever on it because we can. And then that. So the idea is it'll probably drop into this first, and then that. Either way, it works. So this is going to store a certain amount of ember, and that's actually what the dial is for. So if we look at the dial, come on. Oh, that's a little distracting. So that tells us how much ember is in here. So that's good. So we come over here to this. Centrifuge. So check the ancient codex to get information. Of course we will. Okay, we don't like that one. Okay, that's not what we're looking for either. So one of the things that goes on is there is a device in Embers. And it pretty much just burns things into ash. That is what I want to build here. Wait. Ash pile. Oh, chemical waste. So there was, I'm sure. I'm sure that there was a thing which is it the combustion chamber? Maybe it's the combustion chamber. I will look it up. But it pretty much will turn any item into ash. And so with the cobble gen, you pump the cobble into whatever it is, give it ember, and then pump the ash back into the mechanical core as fuel. And boom, it actually will produce more than more ember than it takes to create the ash from the cobblestone. I have a setup like that in my Enigmatica series. And what I probably will do is just go look at it and see what it is. But either way, we're a couple minutes over. This is the basics of Ember right here, is being able to make the bore, pump stuff into it, pump stuff out of it, and then have the Ember activator, which actually turns the Ember into the power for the entire mod. So this is the beginning. There's not really a lot to Embers. It doesn't do anything especially that we're not already doing with anything else. So it's very cool thematically, and it's very visual, and that's kind of cool, and I like that. I like the multi-block single block thing. So this is a single block, but it basically made a multi-block. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But thank you for coming. I'm really glad that you guys did. If you did, if you liked it, leave a like. If you don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. And I hope to see you next time. Have a good night.